Okay, hey everyone. Today we are going to talk about WordPress and how to upload images that you create in Photoshop to WordPress and to your galleries. So this is going to be at the end of this video, you'll learn how to upload the images, how to arrange them in your galleries, save them, and publish them to the site. Okay, so let's get started. So before we begin, let me just show you quickly what we're talking about here. And I'm sure this is going to be obvious to everyone, but I'll show you anyway. So if I come over here and go to Claire's side of the website and go to her portfolio, obviously she has these different portfolios here. And what we're going to be looking at today are the image pieces of the portfolio. We'll talk about motion in another video, but this we're going to focus on your image gallery. So when I click Savory, obviously her image slider comes up, and you can view the images, you can scroll through them. I know you guys are very familiar with this. You've already created the images in Photoshop, so now we just want to learn how to add new images here, remove them, arrange them, and then publish them. Okay, so let's get into WordPress and show you how to do this. So to get to WordPress, it's going to be really easy. You're just going to go to the website. So we were just at the website, so foodstylist.com. To access WordPress, all you do is you're going to do a slash WP, stands for WordPress dash login.php. So once you put in this URL, you're going to be taken to a login screen. In the PowerPoint I provided, it's slide 12. I add this URL here, so you can just simply click or copy and paste and paste it to your browser. What I would do if I were you guys is, maybe bookmark this URL here. So you probably have the website bookmark. I would also bookmark the login to WordPress as well. Okay, so once you log in, the login is very simple as well. You're just going to type in your email address. So here are a list of all our emails, of course, Amber, Arden, Claire, and Paige. So all of these are going to be your login. And then the password is in it to win it. When you get into WordPress, if you don't like this password or want to use something more specific to you, you can go ahead and change the password. So um, I'm just going to go ahead and log in as myself, just because. And I remember my password. Okay, so when you guys log in, you're gonna land on this screen here. It's like the WordPress dashboard. It's kind of the home page when you first log in. Like Photoshop, if you watched the last video, there's a whole bunch of different things you can do over here, a bunch of options and tools that are used to do various activities in WordPress. So we are basically going to ignore all of these for this video, except for this one here, this transition slider. So this here is it's a WordPress plugin, and it's the tool that we're going to use to manage your galleries. So in this video specifically, I'm just going to talk about managing an existing gallery. You can create new galleries on your own, which is perfectly fine, but I would call that a little bit more advanced, only because creating the actual gallery is not too difficult, but adding it to your page takes a few additional steps. And so what what I think was decided is that the best thing to do is for me to maybe create the galleries for you guys, and then they'll be available for you guys just to go through and manage and update. Okay, so here's all the galleries. You're going to recognize all of them. I tried to name them so that they're pretty straightforward and clear. But you have pages galleries here. Um, are here and ambers are all here. So depending on what gallery you want to edit, you're just going to click into any one of these galleries and kind of go to town on them. If you want a new gallery, I think for in the meantime, until we have the training, you can just email me and I can add a new gallery for you at any time. Okay, so but let's take a look at a gallery and what it looks like and the components of it. So when I'm in transition slider and you see all our galleries here, you can click when you hover over them. There's an edit button. So if I want to come in edit Claire's Savory gallery, I just hit edit and you'll see that all of the images in her gallery come up. Okay, so here are all the slides. You can see there's 24 images in this gallery. The first image is this really good like a seafood shot and pasta and chicken. If you come back to this gallery, if I refresh it, and start from the beginning, you're going to see obviously the order of the slider or the gallery matches what is here, and that's what you would expect. I would think. Um, so, a couple of things you can do before we upload the image is these are all managed through drag and drop. So if I want to move this pasta shot in the first spot, I can, and I go like that. Okay, so that's the way you arrange images here, which makes it really nice and easy to manage. And once I make a change to a gallery, all I have to do is come up here and hit save. And then you can just go back out to your gallery, hit refresh. And now this is the first image. Okay. So it's pretty straightforward. To see that again and to fix that, I can move this right back here like this. And now the seafood shot is back in the first position. And I hit save, come back out here and refresh. And you see all the pictures here changed. There's two ways to navigate through this slider. One are these arrows here located on the side. The other is you can see these like kind of subtle dots down here. This is another a way that users are used to navigating through a slideshow. So if I click any one of these dots, it'll take me exactly to that picture. Okay. All right. So now you know how to access the gallery, how to edit it, and how to save it and arrange the images. Let's talk about how to upload the images to a gallery. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of your gallery, you'll see this option for adding a new slide. This is pretty easy to do. You're going to click here, and it's going to take you to this screen, and you can click out of it by clicking this X here. It just pops up as a pop-up window, and this is basically where you manage all your images in WordPress. So there's two tabs here: the upload file and the media library. If I click the media library, all the images that live on the site are here. And there's quite a bit because all our images from our galleries are here. The images that are throughout the website live here. And you basically put all your images on the website in this media gallery. And then you can, place them through various parts of the website. You'll see a whole bunch of familiar images. These are your about us images, down here, some of the homepage images and so forth. So this is your media library. And to upload images to this library is super simple. It tells you can drag files or hit upload. You can select files and then go find them on your computer, or you can simply open up a folder like I'm doing here, and you can select a couple and you can drag and drop them. So we're going to take, if you watched the last video, first we're going to take the two images that we created in the last video and we're going to add them to our media library. So I'm just going to I'm going to drag and drop one of them here. So the first one I'm going to drag, and you'll see it turns the screen blue, and it comes to your media library, and it just throws that image right here at the very top. Or if I want to select a file, I can come here and hit number 2. I can select it, hit open, and it kind of does the same thing. Okay, so that's how you upload the images. And then you'll also notice that since we since we accessed this media library window from the slider and we indicated that we want to add images, it's going to put these check boxes here saying, okay, do I want to add it or not? So I can, if I decided that I uploaded a couple, but I only want to start with one at a time, I can hit check. Or you can select, you can select multiple files. Okay, so this comes in handy if you have just gone through Photoshop and you've edited or created like 10, 15 new images for your slider. You can go ahead and add them all and upload them all at once to your slider, and it just kind of makes it easier and quicker to do like what they call bulk uploading. All right, so I'm going to take both of these images and I'm just going to hit select. They're both checked, and I'm going to hit select. And what that does is it just puts both of these images in your gallery now. And that's about it. So now you have these 2 images in your gallery that you created in Photoshop. Once I have them in the gallery, it's the same principle as before. What you do is you can move them around and arrange them wherever you want them to be. I'm going to leave them here at the bottom right now because I don't want to mess up the order of Claire's existing gallery. But you now have, you can, arrange these however you want. Sometimes to drag, it's a little fickle, but you can arrange them however you want. And then once you're done, you hit save. And once you hit save, they'll be added to your gallery. Now, there's just one more step you need to do before you hit save and publish to your gallery. So for every new image that you add to the gallery, you need to do one thing, and that is you need to open up every single new image and hit edit. And it's going to take you to this screen where you can put effects on any of your images. So this is basically a feature of this slider that allows you to do all kinds of like transitions and make your gallery, dissolve in between images, or you can have all these like they can flip in and out. Basically, a bunch of bells and whistles to uh, customize your gallery. So because there's this feature, we have to define what we want on our slider, which is very simple. So all you want to do is when you want to come here for each image and you want to hit this option called transition. And um, when you do that, you're going to see these like 4 boxes here. All you need to do is on this effect blur at the very bottom, all you need to do is put a 0 there. Okay, and you need to do this for every image that you add that's new. So we added 2 images, so this was the first image. I'm going to go hit next up here. You can kind of circulate through your different images by hitting here, and I'm going to go to this image, and you see there's nothing here. I'm going to throw a 0 here. And if I hit next again, it's going to take me to the first image. You already see that 0 there because I've already put them all there. So I'm going to go back. I've got my 0 on this one. I've got a 0 on Effects Blur on this one. If I go back one more, here, this is another image that I already have marked 0. So all my images now have 0. Okay, so I'm going to hit Save. Okay, and what happens if you don't do that? When you get to these images in the slider, it's just going to make this like weird effect that doesn't match everything, all the other images in the gallery. So we want to keep the gallery consistent. So once you do that, you just hit save. And then to get back to your slider, you have this like breadcrumb up here. and it's telling you you're on slide 25, you can just hit Clear Savory here to get back to your gallery. And now that we have our images placed and arranged where we want them, and we have them uh, uh, customized with that 0 there on each image, we're ready to save. So we can come up here and hit save, and we can come back out to Claire's gallery and hit refresh. And if I go backwards, you see the images there. And then here's the double image. And when I slide through this gallery, you can see that they all work in the exact same way. And if you noticed when I first refreshed the page, there was like a little loading symbol there. When new images are added to your gallery or somebody's clicking it for the first time, the images load in the background, and it's kind of to speed things up and make things faster. So depending on the person's internet speed, it'll determine how fast they can go through this gallery. Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to edit this gallery because now I have two images in here that I don't want. So, it's going to be the same principle. As you can imagine, if you came here for the first time, you haven't been to your gallery in a while, and you want to delete a few images off of a certain gallery, you log in, come to your transition slider. You're going to go to the gallery you want to edit. This was Claire Savory. And there are two images here that I need to get rid of. So it's very simple. You just click the trash icon. Boom. Now they're both deleted. And you want to make sure you save your changes. And after you make any changes, you always want to check your gallery. And if I go back, now they're gone. Easy enough. Okay, so basically we covered how to add the images, how to arrange them, and how to delete them out of a gallery. And that's pretty much the basics of this gallery. I'll create another video that shows you how to create a new gallery. Again, it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more involved in it, but I'm going to create the video. And if you guys want to create your own galleries, you can, and I'll talk about that in the next video. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And again, the information about logging into WordPress and how to get to WordPress is on slide 12. And I think that's about it. All right, bye-bye.